The bright lights fade, the roar of the crowd becomes a distant echo, and the gloves are finally hung up. For a fighter like Miguel Cotto, a man who gave Puerto Rico one of its fiercest, most durable, and most beloved champions, what happens when the final bell rings on a 16-year career defined by incredible challenges and four-division glory? The sad truth we are here to explore isn't about the tragedy of a fallen hero, the stereotype of a boxer who squandered his wealth or lost his way. The true, poignant reality for a warrior like Cotto is far more nuanced, reflecting the monumental shift from a life of intense, singular focus to the vast, open-ended expanse of retirement. This is a fighter who stepped away on his own terms in 2017, a rare feat in the brutal sport of boxing. And yet, the transition from Miguel Cotto, the fighter who faced the biggest names of his generation, Mayweather, Pacquiao, Canelo, to Miguel Cotto, the man navigating daily life without the constant, all-consuming pressure of a training camp, is a profound and often melancholic journey. We will delve deep into the quiet life he chose, the commitments he prioritized, and the one relentless challenge he couldn't simply punch his way out of. The challenge of being present for a life he largely missed while chasing greatness. A truth that underscores the immense personal sacrifice behind every champion's glittering resume. A reality that every boxing fan needs to truly understand. The primary and most significant reality of Miguel Cotto's post-retirement life is its unwavering devotion to family. A core pillar, he openly stated, was his reason for walking away from the ring after his final bout against Saddam Ali. For over 2 decades, boxing was his mistress, demanding incredible sacrifices. Months away from home in intense training isolation, adherence to rigid weight and diet regimes, and the constant psychological toll of preparing for literal combat. This meant that while he was collecting world titles across 4 weight classes and etching his name into the Hall of Fame, his 4 children, who were growing up rapidly, and his wife, Melissa, often took a back seat. The sad truth here is the lost time he can never recover, a common and heartbreaking theme for elite athletes. Cotto retired at 37, deliberately choosing to step away while he was still competitive to seize the opportunity to be a 100% father and husband, a role he felt he hadn't fully embodied during his fighting days. He has spoken repeatedly about cherishing the quiet moments, the absence of the stress of dieting and training, and the simple joy of watching his children grow up. He is now focused on making up for those years, shifting his energy from the discipline of the gym to the discipline of domestic life, which, for a man accustomed to the intense structure of boxing, is an adjustment that speaks volumes about his priorities, confirming that for him, the greatest championship was being with his family. Beyond his immediate family life, Cotto's connection to boxing, while no longer as an active participant, remains robust through his entrepreneurial venture, Miguel Cotto Promotions. This is the second major area of his post-career existence and a direct continuation of a vision his late father, Miguel Cotto Sr., had for giving back to the sport and the people of Puerto Rico. Rather than seeking the spotlight as a commentator or trainer, Cotto is working behind the scenes as a promoter, dedicated to scouting and developing the next generation of Puerto Rican boxing talent. This transition reflects a noble desire to use his hard-won knowledge and connections not for personal fame, but for the betterment of others, creating the opportunities he once fought for. The work is fundamentally different. It involves business strategy, negotiation, and mentorship, not taking punches, but it keeps him intrinsically linked to the sport that defined him. He views this role as fulfilling his father's legacy and as a way to give back to Puerto Rico, a commitment he spoke about even before his retirement. The reality of being a boxing promoter is tough and often thankless, yet Cotto is leveraging his legendary status and integrity to provide a stable, ethical platform for young fighters, embodying a profound sense of responsibility to his community and the future of el boxeo puertorriqueño. This is a truth far more gratifying than any mere exhibition bout could ever offer, cementing his status as a figure dedicated to Puerto Rican sporting excellence both inside and outside the ring. Finally, the philosophical truth about Cotto's retirement is his absolute and unwavering contentment with his decision, a fact that flies in the face of the tragic boxing narrative of the fighter who can't stay away. When interviewed, Cotto has stated with stark clarity that he does not miss anything about boxing. This is perhaps the most significant and least sad truth of his post-career life. The lack of longing for the ring, the refusal to entertain any serious thoughts of a comeback or a high-profile exhibition match, though he had minor, non-committal talks about one with Juan Manuel Marquez that fell through, indicates a deep-seated mental peace and finality that is incredibly rare among legends of the sport. He reached the pinnacle, a 4-division champion, a Hall of Famer, a major draw pay-per-view star, and walked away completely fulfilled, which is an achievement often harder than winning a world title. He is calm, focused, and enjoying the life he earned, having navigated the transition successfully by replacing the intense pressures of fighting with the equally important, though quieter, responsibilities of family and his promotional business. His legacy is secure, his health is relatively intact for a man who went through what he did, and his mind is clear. For a sport littered with stories of sad, drawn-out retirements and tragic returns, the clean, decisive break made by Miguel Cotto is not a tragedy, but a triumph of personal resolve and a testament to knowing when your chapter is definitively closed. In conclusion, the sensational title, The Sad Truth About Miguel Cotto. After retirement is ultimately a provocative misnomer. The truth about Miguel Cotto after retirement is not a tale of despair or downfall, but a profound and inspiring story of a champion who successfully executed the most difficult move of his career, the disciplined, dignified exit. He traded the roar of Madison Square Garden for the quiet moments with his wife and children, the grueling training camp for the strategic complexities of running Miguel Cotto Promotions. The sadness, if any, lies only in the lost time he is now dedicated to reclaiming, a universal sacrifice made by all who ascend to the very top of their field. His life is a masterclass in contentment, where the competitive fire has been honorably banked and replaced by the steady warmth of legacy, family, and mentorship. Miguel Cotto's second chapter is a resounding success, proving that sometimes the greatest win is knowing precisely when to hang up the gloves and embrace a new, quieter kind of life.